Why did you paint those apples blue, Henri? Someone asked Matisse in the early 1900s. And Matisse said, because I see those apples that way. I see them blue. So he's talking, of course, about the nature of perception in a different way, but nevertheless related to what we've just heard. This course, I want us to explore both the perception, the ways of looking of some of the great artists who painted in Provence, mostly in the first half of the 20th century and the last part of the 19th. But I also want that to be a mirror for our own perception. How do we see things? And especially, how do we look at art? How did these painters in Provence look at the landscape in such a way that it altered both their perception of the landscape and still affects our ways of looking at Provence today? It's hard to think sometimes of Provence without thinking of Van Gogh or Gauguin, Monet, and of course Cezanne, and many others. There are many painters that we will look at, both Impressionists and Post-Impressionists, and the Fauve and the Nabby, one or two of which you may not be quite so acquainted with, like Bonnard, who I think are absolutely wonderful. But their work is essentially, in some deep form, a mirror for our own ways of looking. So I want this class to be, in some degree, interactive, where we spend time looking at different paintings and respond to them, talk about our different responses to them, and the way in which we actually may see them quite differently from each other. So the idea of this course is to open up our perceptions, to open up our understanding and appreciation of some great artists who worked in Provence, and finally, as if it hardly needs it, but to extend and celebrate our appreciation of the land of Provence itself. All those three things. Hope you'll join me.
Thank you, Roger.